Coding with CodeMonkey. Write code, catch bananas, save the world.
Now entering Coding Adventure Part 2. Lesson 17, Function Farm, Functions, Comments, and Main Code. Remember our friend the rat? We will get to know the rats a little better as we learn how to control them in new ways by helping them collect items. This lesson's key topic is learning how to read and write functions. The term function was introduced to us way back in Lesson 2, Turn Around, but we will dive deeper in this lesson. Imagine you have a block of code with the instructions for riding a bike. For example, go to the city, sit on seat of city bike, pedal, watch out for traffic, use bell. Now, imagine you want to use this set of instructions in a few places in your code, but with different bicycles in different locations. Wouldn't it be better to tell the computer once how to ride and then to just use ride as an instruction? The simplified code would look like this: ride bike. When we defined ride bike, we didn't say what kind of bike. It could be any object as long as it's a bike. So to review what a function is, it's a set of instructions that performs a specific task. How it applies to fraction farm is the computer will only execute the function when it is called, meaning use it in our code. Using a function in Codeese is calling a function. Creating a function is called defining it. We have called or used many functions before, but today we will learn how to define or create functions. Functions that take an argument are written like this. This is called the function definition. Usually underneath the function definition, we write the statements we want the computer to perform when we hit run. When we hit run, the computer will go straight to go to banana. That, in turn, will call the definition above it. You might be asking yourself, how does a computer tell the difference between statements that are inside the function definition and statements that are not? The answer is indentation, just like in our loops lessons. The name of the function is used for identification. Programmers give the function a name that represents what it does, which helps make the code readable. When we call a function, we need to join the name of the function and the name of the object we want the function to use. Defining and calling functions. The function's name is goTo, and the argument is A. We start reading the code from line 7 where it says go to bridge. This line and what comes underneath it are called the main code. It is very important to understand that this is where the computer will start executing the code when we hit run. The function's definition in the lines above is stored there and will only be executed by the computer if we call the function in the main code. This might seem confusing at first, but the most important thing is to read this code slowly. Another kind of function is a function without an argument. This type of function, called a simple function, makes something happen, but it doesn't require us to pass any additional input. Calling such a function includes only a function's name and an empty parenthesis. You may not know this yet, but the rats love to collect items. In these next few challenges, we will have to help them collect matches. In order to do so, we will use these simple functions, grab and drop. Here are some past examples of simple functions we are familiar with. Step 10. Step is the function's name and 10 is the argument. Turn right. Right is the argument. Turn to banana. Banana is the argument. In this case, the programmer who designed CodeMonkey saved us some work and already defined the actions that make these simple functions work. In programming, it is relatively common to use functions that someone else defined. Another new concept we will encounter in this lesson is the comment. A comment is a line in the code that is marked with the pound symbol at the beginning. The computer does not treat this line as an instruction. Rather, it is used by the programmers who write and read the code in order to understand one another. Comments are mainly used when we want to let someone else read our code and we want to write notes to help them. Enough with the defining and the calling. Let's get coding.